Examining this display, I see that there are 3 top-level operators. We can alter the layout of this display so that this structure can be seen more easily at first glance. Here it's obfuscated by the alignment of a lower-level operator with the 3 top-level operators. Clearly, the expression on the right-hand side of the first equal sign is too wide to be on one line. So, as the author has done, we will have to resort to breaking it across lines, but we will avoid the inappropriate alignment. Let's start by changing the environment from align star to multline star. I no longer want the ampersands, so let's remove those. Multline star has pushed the first line of the display to the left, the last to the right, and centered the lines in between. We'll use phantoms and hfills to align the equal signs in the last 2 lines with that in the first. We need to push the lines where we're using the phantoms to the left, the same as the first line is pushed to the left. So we will add an hfill, 2 L's, at the end of those 2 lines. Let's also push the second line to the right. Maybe you've noticed that something looks wrong with the outermost parentheses in the first 2 lines of the display. The left parenthesis is larger than the right. Since these parentheses are paired, we certainly want them to be the same size. Looking at the code, we see that the author has used left and right to size these parentheses. But since the expression inside the parentheses is broken across lines of the display, the author had to pair each of these with an empty delimiter. Thus, the size of the left parenthesis was determined by the height and depth of the portion of the expression in the first line of the display, while the size of the right parenthesis was determined by what's in the second line. To fix this, I instead will choose the size for these parentheses. I'll choose lowercase b igg, or what we call big 3. Most of the time, I choose the size of the parentheses and other delimiters. One reason I do so is that the choices TeX makes aren't always good. Let's do this for the other occurrences of left and right. For the outermost parentheses in the last 2 lines of the display, some might prefer big 0, that is, no resizing of the fences. Others might prefer big 1, that is, lowercase b ig. I think the big 0 looks tidier, and it's easy enough to parse this expression without making the outermost parentheses bigger. I'll make a final tweak to this display. Because the second line of the display is a continuation of the parenthetical starting on the first, I'd prefer, if possible, that the second line of the display begin to the right of the opening parenthesis. I may be able to achieve this by reducing the space around operators. Let's try this with the binary operators inside the parentheses. Even though what's inside the parentheses is perhaps a bit cramped, I think this change makes it easier to get an idea of what's going on with a quick glance.